Hey guys, this is Navdeep Kaur Saluja, Infinity Management and Engineering College, Sagar. Today, in this lecture, we are going to study about the compilation of a C program. When we compile a C program, what we actually do is we press the Alt F9 key for compilation, and if the program is error free, we go to execute the program using Control F9. The thing which needs to be understood is compiler is not a single module. There are various components of a compiler: preprocessor, compiler, assembler and linker. So when we write the source code, that is also known as .c file, that acts as input to the preprocessor. There are various tasks of a preprocessor and it generates the intermediate form which acts as input to the compiler. The compiler produces the assembly code. As we can see, it produces the assembly code, but this assembly code is still not understood by our machine. Our machine only understands the binary code, that is in the form of 0, 1. So this assembly code will be the input to the assembler, as we need another translation unit to the machine language. This assembler acts as a translation unit to the machine language and produces the object code. Now the question is, what is linker doing here? It has the tasks of associating the libraries used in the program and produce the exe file. Let's study all the modules in a descriptive way. First is preprocessor. So for an example, let's take a basic, very simple C code which produces hello as the output. This acts as a .c file to our preprocessor. And what is the task of preprocessor? What a preprocessor does to this C program? First task is it removes any comment in the program. As you can see, there is a comment used in the program, this is demo. And you can see the output from the preprocessor, the comment has been removed by the preprocessor. The next task is to copy the code of the header file in the program itself. We have used a single header file in this program, that is stdio.h. The code for this header file will be copied in the program by the preprocessor. And third function that a preprocessor does is to replace the macro name with the code itself. So to revise the functions of a preprocessor, the first one is it removes any comments in the program, it copies the header file in the source code, and it replaces the macro names with the values of macros itself. Now this output from the preprocessor will be the input to our compiler. And what compiler produces looks like something like this. It has the basic words in English, which is assembly code, and assembly code, as you can see, contains simple English words which are also known as mnemonics. So it produces the assembly code. Then we need a conversion unit because our machine does not understand the assembly code. This assembly code will be the input to the assembler, which produces the binary code in the form of 0, 1. Now this is the object code which the machine understands. Now the question arises, what is the function of linker then? You might have heard about two types of linking, that is static linking and dynamic linking. The function of linker is, if we have used any libraries in our program, the basic task of a linker is to associate the programs with those libraries. Suppose we are working on a C project which contains different modules, and those different modules produces different object code. As we discussed right now, these object codes will give different outputs, but to make the project as a whole, we need a single object code. the single exe file for a project as a whole. So the basic task of a linker is to merge all those C modules, the output of all those C files, and produce a single exe code. For example, we have 3 modules of a C project. These are 3 programs, C programs, and a library. The linker does to merge the output, the object code from all these programs, and produce a single exe file. So this was how a C program gets compiled using a compiler and how we get an exe file. Thank you so much.